everyone. Welcome to our presentation about assertive behavior and communication. Thank you for being here. Today, my group and I will talk about the powerful communication skills that can greatly impact the quality of our relationships and well-being. Assertive behavior. Assertive behavior is a communication style where we express our thoughts, feelings, and needs clearly, honestly, and respectfully, while considering the rights and opinions of others. It's about finding the balance between being passive and aggressive, where we can express ourselves effectively without disregarding others' feelings and rights. In our daily lives, we constantly interact with a diverse range of individuals, whether it's at work, within our family, or in social settings. These interactions are shaped by our communication style, and adopting an assertive approach can greatly enhance the quality of our relationships and our overall well-being. Next slide. Throughout this presentation, we will be exploring the benefits of assertive communication, understanding assertive behavior, developing assertive behavior, applying assertive behavior. Okay, so let's dive in and discover the power of assertive behavior and communication with my colleague, Julian.
So, understanding assertive behavior. What's the main difference? Okay, so assertive communication is to express someone or yourself to others, where obviously you respect their guidelines, respect their boundaries, respect their thoughts and opinions. The characteristics are also like be clear, be constant, be direct, make sure you understand what you're saying, and make sure that you know that what you're saying is your opinion, but you're also not trying to offend them. And the importance, obviously, is very important whenever you're with people or in a meeting or literally just in your daily life, to make sure the people in front of you or the people you're talking to understand exactly what you're saying. This is to not only make them feel comfortable, but also to make them feel as if they understand you, even if their opinions are different to yours or to what you're saying. Okay, so what are the benefits of assertive communication? So let's start off with the first one, improved communication skills. By using assertive behavior, you will obviously have better communication skills with others because of how you speak to them and how they understand you. That's the main issue, that's the main point. Them understanding you is more important because that means they'll respect you. They'll know what exactly you're saying, like your thoughts, your opinions, and yeah, it helps avoiding misunderstanding or maybe offending them in a way. Then enhanced confidence and self-esteem. Assertive individuals feel more confident and have higher self-esteem. This is because they feel like they're the main person, especially when the whole room is listening to them. So when the whole room is listening to them and understanding them, that makes them feel like the main person, makes them feel more confident, makes them more, gives them the ability to talk to like a larger audience. Better relationships, obviously, with the fact that you are very thoughtful of the thoughts and opinions of others, it gives you better relationships. People will understand you more and you will understand them more, and that means they'll naturally like you more. And effective conflict resolution. So assertive behavior doesn't only mean that you have to be bossy or you have to say do this, do that. You just have to understand what others are going through and be in their shoes. So obviously to resolve conflicts, you have to understand what they're going through and you have to look at it from their point of view. And moving on to reduce stress and anxiety, obviously, if you're going to be the main character, you will have very good confidence. You're not going to be as anxious usually, and that helps with anxiety as well.
Oops.
So the common barriers to assertive behavior is the first one, I think the main one for me, is afraid to ask something about that you need or ask something you need and get a negative answer. It's like the main barrier for the assertive behavior, because a lot of people are scaring and don't love when someone not fulfill their needs. The second barrier is the belief that your own opinion doesn't matter at all. Like, I think a lot of us can relate to this feeling, because like in some teamworks you don't sometimes say your opinion because you think wouldn't be heard, and you like don't see any point to show your opinion.
And the third barrier is the avoidance of conflict and confrontation. Assertiveness requires some form of confrontation or conflict, and individuals who are not likely to engage in said conflict will find it difficult to communicate properly. And the last one, overly critical of yourself and others. This barrier about being overly critical can apply to one's own ideas or the ideas of others. This is often due to perfectionism, as the individual always finds a problem with an opinion.
Now I will be discussing the tips for developing and applying. Now I'll be discussing the tips for developing assertive behavior and explain how to apply them. Firstly, practice active listening, by paying attention to the other person's point of view and try to understand their perspective. Secondly, speak clearly and confidently. Use a firm but respectful tone. Thirdly, use I statement. Express your feelings and thoughts in direct and non-bullying way. Fourthly, set boundaries and stick to them. By clearly communicate your limits and expectations to the others. Lastly, practice active body language, maintain eye contact, stand or sit up straight, and use open and confident actions.
So applying assertive behavior in real life situations. So firstly, at work, I think that assertive behavior is most important to develop at workplace, because the workplace is sometimes more often it's more aggressive environment than like in your different social life, because there's a lot of competition at the workplace. So firstly, I think if you do a lot of work and you see you think you're underpaid, so firstly you should be brave enough to say, go to your boss and say you want to raise, but you should also be realistic. Don't ask a raise and do nothing after that. Second, that you need also stand up for yourself. If it's really aggressive environment where everyone should try to make someone to make mistakes or something like that, you should stand up yourself and ask to treat yourself with dignity. Yes. The second one, in relationships. In relationships, also assertive behavior is an important part, because you're in relationship with your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. It's important to have some own your boundaries. You should also have your personal time, and also one of the part of assertive behavior to create the boundaries. Also, you should. It's important to express your feelings to your partner. The sad feelings, maybe you didn't like some action from your partner or something. It's also very important to say that to create a healthy relationships. And in social situations, it's it's important to have ability to say no. For someone asking for do some help someone or give money or something like that, it's important to say no, because it's also relates to relationships, because you have your own boundaries and you can follow it, and it's okay to say no for someone, and it's not be disrespectful. You not be a bad person for saying no. And the last one is express your needs. If you sitting in company and no one listens to you, you have a right to ask don't interrupt me, and let's have equal conversation.
Conclusion.
Okay, so in conclusion, we've discussed the idea of understanding assertive behavior, including the definition, the characteristics and importance of using assertive behavior in communication. We have also discussed the benefits, such as better communication and improved conflict resolutions. We've also touched upon the common barriers to using assertiveness behaviors, such as being afraid to take a no for an answer and shying away from conflict. And lastly, we went over some ways in which you could develop and improve your assertive behavior skills. If anyone has any questions. feel free to ask. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So next week will be, oh, can you just stop it?
10 minutes.